First, though, the shooting at Florida State University.
Yeah, 2 people were killed and 6 others injured when police said a 20-year-old student opened fire near the crowded student union. Faith Abube is on campus at Florida State University with the latest. Good morning, Faith.
Good morning to you, Michael. It all happened right around here at the Student Union building this morning. The campus community waking up with a heavy sense of grief and disbelief. When the shots rang out yesterday, many of them took off running in panic, terrified for their lives. They'll be able to come back today to retrieve their personal belongings, many of them leaving behind laptops, bags, cell phones, and other personal belongings. This morning, the desperate search for a motive after authorities say the stepson of a sheriff's deputy killed 2 people and injured 6 others at Florida State University.
This event is tragic.
Chaos in and around the Student Union building as gunshots rang out just before noon Thursday.
I heard about like 12 shots go off like in my vicinity, like probably around like 300 feet from me.
Police analyzing this disturbing video, which appears to show a man squaring off and firing. People heard screaming as they ran for cover. Third-year student Mackenzie Heater telling us she was just feet away from the suspect when he started shooting.
I noticed he was waving around a bigger rifle. That's when he shot the rifle, and I was just confused, like, was that really just a shot? And that's when I noticed him go in his car and pull out the handgun and then shoot that woman.
Police racing to the scene. Many students and professors using anything they could use, even this piano, to barricade themselves inside classrooms. Some students using gum as tape to cover the windows.
I hear bop, bop, bop. The teacher was asking if any of us had tape to tape up some paper, and no one had tape. And so some of us, we just like got out gum and started chewing so we could stick some paper to the windows.
Law enforcement going building to building, door to door, clearing the campus.
After like 20 minutes, they told us to put our hands up and we come out.
Put your hands up, walk out this door. Students walking out with their hands on their heads. More than 3 hours after the first gunshots, the school announcing law enforcement neutralized the threat. Authorities say they shot him after he ignored repeated commands to drop his weapon. The accused shooter seen here in an ambulance being shackled to a stretcher. The suspect identified as Phoenix Eichner, a 20-year-old FSU student whose stepmother is a veteran deputy with the local sheriff's department.
Unfortunately, her son had access to one of her weapons, and that was one of the weapons that was found at the scene.
Investigators say the suspect had both a handgun and a shotgun. The shooting sparking new debate about gun violence across the country. Some of the students on campus survived the 2018 shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. President Trump reacting from the Oval Office.
Look, I'm a big advocate of the Second Amendment. I have been from the beginning. I protected it. And these things are terrible. But the gun doesn't do the shooting. The people do. It's, a phrase that's used probably too often.
And George, this morning, the 6 surviving victims are in fair condition. Investigators say they're still digging for a motive, but at this time, the suspect has refused to talk. George.
Okay, Faith, thanks.